Roz, the wild robot, stood outside her sturdy lodge of logs and mud under the late afternoon sky. Brightbill, her beloved goose son, nestled against her metal legs, while Fink, the sly fox, paced in a small circle. They were enjoying a calm autumn evening on the island, until Pinktail the possum scurried over with wide eyes and whispered about something strange he saw in the forest last night. Pinktail spoke of a flickering light deep among the trees, and a whirring sound unlike any animal's call. It gave him such a fright that he hid until morning. Now the rumor of a mysterious forest spirit was racing through the animal community. Roz tilted her head, her glowing eyes softly adjusting. "A flickering light?" she repeated. Brightbill peeped in concern and flapped his adolescent wings, which were nearly full size now. "Maybe someone is in trouble, Mama?" he asked. Roz gently placed a metal hand on his back. "That is possible. We should investigate." Fink twitched his bushy red tail. He tried to sound nonchalant, but his ears perked up. "If there's anything unusual happening in our forest, we'd better check it out. Can't have strange whirs and lights spooking our friends." Though he spoke bravely, a hint of eagerness and nerves flickered in his eyes. After all, Fink's reputation as a clever trickster made him curious by nature. Into the moonlit grove. That night, the sky was clear, and the moonlight turned the forest silver. Roz, Brightbill, and Fink ventured away from the warmth of their lodge. Brightbill rode on Roz's shoulder, so his webbed feet wouldn't trip in the dark, and Fink led the way silently, his sharp nose twitching at every new scent. The forest was normally full of nightlife, crickets chirping, distant owl calls, the whisper of wind in the pines. But tonight it felt hushed, as if the woods were holding their breath. Every now and then, Brightbill's goose eyes caught a glimpse of strange shadows dancing between tree trunks. Each time, Roz would pause, scanning gently, and Fink's ears would swivel. They passed familiar landmarks. The stream where Roz had first taught Brightbill to swim, the old maple tree where Fink liked to nap on warm days, and the berry bush that many animals frequented. All looked normal under the moon, yet an unseen tension made Brightbill fluff his feathers anxiously. Half an hour into their careful walk, they heard it, a faint whir-click sound. Roz's metal body stiffened. It was the unmistakable noise of mechanical parts. Fink dropped low to the ground, whispering, "That's it." Pinktail wasn't imagining things. They exchanged determined glances and pressed on, following the noise. As they crept past a thicket of ferns, a pale glow appeared ahead. They reached a small clearing, a grove encircled by ancient oak trees. In its center stood a mossy old rock formation that almost looked like a hunched figure in the dark. But what transfixed them was a blinking blue light peeking from behind the rocks, pulsing softly like a beacon. Brightbill's heart pounded. Roz raised a hand, signaling her companions to wait while she stepped forward. The hidden relic Roz's metal feet crunched gently on the leaf litter as she approached the glow. Fink crept close behind. Curiosity won out over fear for him. Brightbill fluttered down to walk at Roz's side, determined to be brave. As they rounded the boulder, the source of the light and sound was revealed. Half buried under leaves and dirt lay a broken machine, about the size of a tree stump. Its casing was cracked and weathered. One small indicator bulb blinked weakly, and a panel hung open at its side, emitting the rhythmic whir-click they heard. Roz immediately recognized the shape. It was part of a robot's torso, very much like her own design. A cold breeze stirred the clearing, as if the island itself gasped at this discovery. Brightbill gently pecked at Roz's arm. "Mama, is that?" he whispered, unable to finish. "It appears to be another robot," Roz said softly. Her voice was calm, but her eyes' usual green glow had dimmed to a saddened blue hue. Fink stepped closer and sniffed the broken robot part. "Is it alive?" he asked. Roz knelt and examined it carefully with her sensitive fingers. The machine was dented and long inactive. Only a backup energy cell was sputtering out faint light. She shook her head. No, Fink. It never truly came alive. It was damaged in the crash. Roz knew it must have come from the same cargo ship that had brought her to the island. One of her siblings that never got the chance to wake up as she had. For a moment, silence fell among the trio. Bright Bill moved closer to Roz's face. In the silvery moonlight, he saw an emotion there he hadn't seen before, a kind of mourning. Roz carefully lifted the broken torso piece and cleared away the leaves, as gently as if handling a hurt animal. Fink sat on his haunches, unusually quiet.
Stay tuned for part 2, if you dare.